it's interesting when you craft a script and then you hear a story and the connection that is made is incredible. Someone once said, every kid is one caring adult away from being a success story. We know that when adults join forces, beautiful things can happen. The role parents play is impossible to sum up in a few words, supporting the work that we do in schools, in our classrooms. And we're really excited this year to bring a parent's perspective to the stage. We put the word out. We put the word out that we were looking for speakers, and someone got in touch with Liam and said, you need to hear from this parent. This is the person you want to have on your stage. So we're very excited to welcome our next speaker, Jennifer Brooks.
To Liam and his team for what they've done here tonight. It's been quite enjoyable to watch and take part in this opportunity to just share a little bit about my life, where the educational community has been very important, especially in regards to the building of relationships and personally connecting on a day-to-day basis from a mom's side of things. When I first started preparing for tonight, I was going to share with all of you. It started out as cute little cue cards, and it very quickly led to a ton of loose leaf paper, followed by a full-on novel, and then I was preparing for a book tour, and then I was like, oh my word, what are we doing? This is a 10-minute time slot, and I need to shrink this down a little bit, so here we go. So you know, connection, relationships, community, and love, these are all things that I believe we were initially created for. I believe that God had a divine plan, and as a mom of 3 amazing kids, the importance of that plan really revealed itself when our second child was born. Our oldest daughter is Madison. She's 15 years old and has always loved school from day one. She was that kid that took off running to kindergarten and said, bye mom, don't need you here, you know, you can go. And I looked forward sometimes, as most parents might, for those moments when she would go and I would get a little bit of that quality, quiet me time. She was so independent and did so well in school. The only connections I really had were the quick in and outs at PT meetings and hi, how are you in the halls. I did the bare minimum of what was asked if things were needed, and not because I didn't care, it just was not really important and needed at the time, so I thought. Our second daughter came along quite a while later. Her name is Kiana, and she is 8 years old. Kiana was diagnosed with Down syndrome after she was born. We had no idea during pregnancy. Everything seemed normal. However, I was scheduled to have a C-section, and she had a different plan. She came into this world like a warrior angel, all natural, no drugs, and no warning, and totally determined, but a heart full of love. We were so unprepared for what was to come, and although as her parents we were filled with so many different fears and emotions, and I even remember fearing for her future, we decided that this child was going to be just like everyone else and do everything and anything she wanted. We would do whatever it took to make her life good, what she dreamed. When it came time to transition Kiana from preschool to kindergarten, just like any parent, you feel that separation anxiety, the emotions of letting go and leaving them, and will they be okay without you? Will their needs be met the way I as a mom would meet them? And with Kiana, all those things were so much worse. I literally was ready to sign up as a full-time student or personal volunteer bodyguard. I was not ready to let her go into a world where different isn't always welcome. But we had been introduced to the most amazing lady who was going to be Kiana's full-time EA, and because of her, all my fears were expressed. She was like your modern-day Mary Poppins. When I was asked to share tonight, she was the very reason why I said yes, because she forever changed our lives and a deep friendship was built that I know will never go away. She had a heart for kids needing that extra push or not fitting your typical student box. She saw things in Kiana that as her mom I didn't see, and pushed Kiana in ways I never imagined possible. She went above and beyond her job and fought for our daughter because she knew Kiana could and would do it all. She just needed the opportunity. She had a passion for learning, a love for discovering and creating, and an imagination that brought school learning to a whole new level for me. She took time out of her personal life to educate herself about Kiana and other people like her, and she built a relationship with her that was filled with so much love. She genuinely loved our daughter, and I am forever grateful to Lorna for everything she did to start our journey within the school system. We were so blessed to have her for 2 years as Kiana was held back due to health issues, and by the time she was done kindergarten, she had Kiana reading and writing, and me in complete awe, but excited for her future. We were surrounded by a team of amazing people, from speech and physiotherapists, inclusion teachers, principal, district vice principal, and her teacher and teacher assistant. I'm telling you, our meetings once a month were a full house, all there for Kiana, fighting for a girl like we were. Possibilities were going to be endless for her, and everyone there reassured me all the time her future was going to be a bright one. She is now in grade 2. We moved to Grand Prairie 2 years ago, and once again our lives were changed. Transitioning from BC to Alberta was a bit of a struggle for us. We had a tough time finding our place and very quickly realized things here were not going to be like they were back home. However, when you do a little digging and you do a little fighting, eventually you find those people willing to go above and beyond. We are so thankful for those that have come alongside of us and helped us navigate through all the bumps in the road. We have made lasting friendships, and knowing our littlest child, Wyatt, who is 3 years old, I'm pretty sure more friendships will be built in the near future, possibly more with the principal department. I just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you within the educational system. Raising and parenting children is one thing, but so is educating and growing our children in preparation for their future. It takes a team, or like they say, a village. And as a parent, I've learned that being involved and having open communication on a day-to-day basis with your teachers, and for me, especially the EAs, it is so important. It is up to us, the parents, to fight for what's best for our kids so that it can open doors for our educators to be able to have the freedom to do more than just teach our children reading and writing, but to allow them to have the opportunity to build relationships with their students so that our children will become successful in every area of their lives. I just want to say a blessing to each of you, and thank you for having me here tonight.